Hello there, Simon Hingle from Tora Kukri. Just like to introduce you to Tora's Mk2 Kukri. And this one is a copy from an original of mine. Comes with a 34.5cm long blade, which is slightly hollow forged, which is rather nice. A belly depth of 6.2 centimetres and a weight of 644 grams, which is an excellent weight for this size kukri. Now, the Mk2 kukris come with, of course, the full tang, and on this particular one, on each side it's distal tapered to help with the balance of the kukri as well. Comes with the traditional butt cap for a Mk2, and the rivets on this one are, as you can see, surrounded by the brass as on the traditional Mk2 kukri. Now, the ones made in World War I and the interwar ones were generally far superior to the ones made in World War II, which tended to be a bit like bricks, to be honest with you. There is one exception to that in World War II, which is the M43, well-made M43 versions of the Mk2, and then a very nice kukri to handle as well. The only disadvantage with them is that the rivets don't have the brass support in them, so it's hollowed out there. But on the whole, a very, very nice kukri indeed. Now, Mk2s were introduced in 1915, and in the British-run Indian Army, they were in service until 1944. And then after that, it was the Mk3, which was a very poor attempt at making a kukri for whoever they were issued to. Now, we're not entirely sure if Gurkhas were actually issued these. There is evidence of full tang kukri being worn by the Gurkhas in World War I. But the thing is, we don't know if they were battalion issue or Mk2. So the battalion issue ones that we've come across sometimes have a nice fuller running through here and stuff like that. So we just don't know is the truth of the matter. However, having said that, in my collection, I have a Mk2 which is associated with the 2nd Gurkha Rifles. Now, it's got that written on this band that came with the kukri. I don't know if you can actually read it on there, but nonetheless there is a reference to the 2nd Gurkha Rifles. Now, whether or not it's actually with the 2nd Gurkha Rifles, we don't know. We have no written provenance, no name to go with, nothing like that. So there is a possibility, and that's this Mk2 here. Came in a rather battered state, and it also, the scabbard and everything was pretty battered as well. But it's a great kukri to have in my collection anyway. As you can see with this one here, it's a nicely done tang through the handle. And this one has brass rivets on it as well. It's a good kukri to use. I don't know the weight of it offhand. In fact, I'll just have a quick check for you. And that's 645 grams. So spot on weight for World War I, nice weight for handling. Now, this particular kukri also came with an Indian fighting knife. A very useful backup for trench warfare, for creeping up behind somebody and doing whatever the business is. But yeah, nice shape to it. Lovely scabbard, actually. Really, really nice scabbard. Love it. But yeah, very nice kukris, very popular. A lot of people like these because they've got the full tang, and yeah, all in all, a very, very nice kukri. And again, once again, the Kami have just done a fantastic job reproducing this original of mine anyway. Lovely, lovely kukri. Now, quick book recommendation. And that is, if you can get it, it's going to be hard to get hold of, and that is the 1st King George own Gurkha Rifles, the Kowloon Regiment. There, I was very, very lucky to get this book because Lieutenant Colonel J.P. Cross, the retired Gurkha officer that lives in Nepal, managed to obtain one for me from the 1st Gurkha Regiment library, and he's written inside it a nice sort of thing to me. But yeah, if you can get it, it's got lots of great stuff in it, including a story of a Gurkha that went out in World War I on a sort of recce party. He got soaked through, and came back naked, and all he went with, by the way, was his Kukri, and they revived him with rum and whiskey and stuff like that to get him back to life again. Great little stories in there, full of very, very useful information, especially regarding when Kukri started to be issued and stuff like that as well. So if you can get it, it might cost a bit, but if you can get it, it's a great book to have in your collection. Anyway, thank you very much for watching the video. And when you get one of these, if you get one of these, I hope you enjoy using it. Thank you very much. Completely forgot about the scabbard. Got so carried away with the Mk2 Kukri and the fighting knife that came with it, just went out my head. Anyway, this is the scabbard that comes with the Tora Mk2. Has, just like the original, a flap that comes over the top, and we also have obviously the button so you can stick it through your sash as well, and the housing unit for the jackback and carders as well. I've got to say, the scabbard maker's done an absolutely superb job with this. Really, really nice scabbard indeed. Now, talking about scabbards, actually, the Indian fighting knife, the scabbard for that, for an issued knife, is absolutely awesome. Really, really, really nice. I like that a lot. And obviously the knife is pretty awesome as well. Obviously, the Tora Kukri, being a military Kukri, comes with a jackback and carder, 8.5 centimetre long blade. Nice length to use for cutting out your potatoes or whatever with that carder there. Comes with a military frog as well, obviously being a military Kukri. Now, when I was in Nepal, in fact, several times I've been in Nepal, I've come across Mk2 Kukris there, but one I actually ended up buying, and that was a really, really nice Mk2 that was brought back by somebody in the Burma Police, Burma Rifles, Assam Police, somebody like that, I would think anyway. And they liked it enough, so they had a really nice civilian scabbard made for it, which was actually very, very similar to this one here, except that I guess the carder was probably about that long, and it came with the traditional Chapmacan carder where you've got one side for striking a flint and getting a spark for your fire, and the other side's done to help sharpen the Kukri. That was a really, really nice Kukri. So there is evidence that the Nepalese do like full tang Kukri, but they are pretty rare in Nepal. The most used ones, I would say, are the stick tang with a peened tang at the end, held in by something like a diamond keeper. And in fact, partial tang are still really popular in Nepal today. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and nice to see the scabbard that actually went with or goes with our Tora Mk2 Kukri. Thank you very much for watching once again.